Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Legally Not Read, Legally Raven Haired. I've been doing something a little new lately in terms of what I'm doing with my legal studies. And so that's why you haven't seen me in a couple weeks with the video. But I'm figuring out how to get this new content online. I have a sponsor for my legal studies, and the sponsor for my legal studies is called Bar Exam Drills. So, Bar Exam Drills is um, a series of timed real questions. And I'm using that to try to pass the bar exam. So you are going to watch me for the next 3.5 years as I use bar exam drills to learn the law. So I'm super excited about the partnership that we have. And so I'm going to tell you all about it and you're going to watch my journey. So, we are still going to do our questions like people ask videos. And this one in particular is about, can I sell my house without a real estate agent? So, I have used a real estate agent in the past, even though I have done commercial real estate for years. But I was in a situation where I needed to short sell a house. And so I needed a specialist. So, there are times, there are times when you will need a specialist for something, but in general, selling your house isn't that hard. Okay. The legal part of it can be done. It's just a matter of, do you want to do the work or do you want to pay somebody else? But with people's houses going up so much right now, it can be a good idea to go ahead and save that commission. So, how do you sell your house with the agent? So, the question is, how much is it worth to you? People's houses are often worth more to them than they are to other people because you decided to paint your cabinets purple and to get leopard print countertops because you thought it was really fabulous and you spent $100,000 doing it. Well, guess what? Nobody else wants that. And so, therefore, that's going to devalue your house. So, one of the things I always talk about is when you put things in your house, it is an investment. You want to make sure you don't over invest in your house unless you plan on living there long enough to get the utility out of something. So, if you put in brand new kitchen 20 years ago, the value of that has not appreciated. Okay. And it's like, we need a new kitchen. So you can use Zillow, you can do homes.com, you can use sites like Redfin. Those are okay. You can also contact 3 real estate agents that ask for a comparative market analysis. These are free. You want to contact a few. I've heard people doing as many 8 or 9, but you just want to get an idea of what the value of your house is. If you feel a little funny about that because you know you're not going to use a real estate agent, then you can ask for what's called a BPO or a broker price of opinion. You actually pay for those between $50 or $100. So you let them know that you're going to sell it by yourself, that you appreciate their time and their service, and you really would like a broker or price opinion. These are not appraisals. And the thing about appraisals, they have their purpose when it comes to financing and things like that. But what you really want to know is what people will pay for your house. And that is not always what an appraisal is. Okay, so this is what you need to find it out. So then the next thing you want to do is make sure that you are hoarding. No more hoarding. Okay, hoarder no more. So you need to clear out all of those things in your house to make your house look really clean and attractive. Okay. Then you want to clean, you want to make Mr. Clean look messy. Okay, after you get over everything, you want to clean everything. Now, say cheese, great pictures turn houses into cheddar. That's Urban Dictionary for many years ago. I don't know what the kids are calling it now. So you want to take about 30 interior and exterior pictures of your house. Okay, the thing is they need to be really good pictures. So there are websites online that will talk to you about, I'm sorry, this is how you do a comparative market analysis on your own. I forgot to tell you about that one. So here you can look at that. So here is this the one I'm looking for? So this website talks about how you can take your own real estate photos, okay? If that's something you want to do. Zillow also, if you look in your area, let's go here to, is this it? Here is Zillow. It provides a list of people in your area. We're looking particularly in Austin area. So here we have a couple people that do real estate photography. People say that pictures cost between $150 and $200. I don't know if that's correct or not, but you might just want to go ahead and hire a professional because good pictures, most people are shopping for everything online. They need to see good pictures. So I forgot to mention this. This is how you can get the CMAs or so you can look at, different house values here. And those are how you do it. The other thing you want to do is a floor plan. Okay. So you want to measure out all your rooms and you want to create a floor plan. Websites like this are easy to use software that help you to make a floor plan maker. Okay. So this one is actually is a cost, but there are also free services as well that you can use. But I just am using this as an example of something that you can do to make your own floor plan because that's something that you want to make sure that you have. It's not absolutely necessary, but it's really nice for people to see that online. Now we want to talk about how are you going to sell your house? Okay, so sorry, I'm a little all over the place here. So here we go. How big are your rooms? How big are your rooms? And what are you going to say about your house? Borrow, and steal. Listing descriptions that sell houses. So you want to look on realtor.com and Zillow and other websites. Look at the written descriptions of those houses, those professionally written descriptions, and try to mirror it to your own. You probably can actually pay somebody to write it on a website like Upwork or Fiverr. That probably isn't necessary because there are enough things that you can borrow and make your own to do really good listing descriptions. Now, if you sell it, they will come. So you can try to sell it completely with no agent at all. You don't have an agent and the buyer doesn't have an agent. The first thing that I would do is just put an introductory message out there on Nextdoor, on Ring, on Facebook groups in your area that say, hey, I want to sell my house without using a real estate agent. Is anybody looking to buy a house in the area? Here's the information about my house. Or do you have any family or friends that are interested in doing that? You can also do the same thing by making flyers and flyering everyone within a couple streets. Your street, the street next to yours, and the street behind yours. A lot of people, what happens is, guess what? They want grandma and grandpa to move closer. The kids want to move closer to grandma and grandpa. So a lot of times what happens is your neighbors will know someone that is looking for something right in that area, and they would love to be the first ones to have a crack at getting your house so that their family members can live close by. The other thing that you can do is host an open house. When you do an open house, another good thing is really good signage. We can talk about that in another video. And once again, let your neighbors know that you're hosting this open house. You want to put it on Facebook, you want to put it on Ring, you want to put it on Nextdoor. The goal is to find someone that wants to buy your house without using a real estate agent so you can keep 100% of the commission. The other option that you have is to use 50% of the commission. And that means I won't use an agent, but the buyer can use an agent. And so to do that, you want to get your house listed on the multiple listing services. And there are flat fee services that start at about $99, where for 6 months, which houses are selling faster than that now, they will put your house on the local MLS. They will put it on realtor.com. Some of them do Trulia and Zillow as well. And you put up your pictures. And so they push your house out there to the market. It will be another great place to advertise your open house. Okay. So the benefit of using a buyer's agent, they do all the paperwork. The paperwork is not hard. It just takes some close reading and a little research. You can do it on your own, but in essence, when the buyer brings the agent, it doesn't create a dual agency relationship because they're not getting paid by you. Well, they are getting paid out of the proceeds of the closing, but they are going to handle a lot of the legalities and the paperwork. All right. So that is a good option for that. So now let's talk a little bit about the legal part of it. Okay. So get it in writing. This example uses the state of Texas. The Texas Real Estate Commission has approved promulgated real estate, promulgated approved promulgated real estate contract that you can use, and it can be found here on this website. So here is the one for 1 to 4 family. Okay. And we downloaded it earlier, but I don't see it. So let's download the form again. And you can see it here. Okay. And the parties to the contract are, here is the property. The lot and block number can be found from your county auditor description. And if you need help with any of this, send me a message in the comments and I can help you figure out, what exactly you need to put in the form where. Okay. The other thing that I want to talk about here, so this is just basically the contract, right? There also are some addendums and things that are required by law, like something that says, if you've painted, all the paint has been after 1970 or I think 1978 or something like that, when lead paint was an issue. Now paint is made differently, but if you have older paint in your house, that's going to be a problem. So now this is actually from Stewart Title Company, and this is the for sale by owner program packet. And so Here is from their Austin office. They have offices all around the country, but basically they're giving you everything that you need. So you fill out this form. Okay, they give you the purchase agreement for the house if you want to use this one, um, versus using the one that Texas use. Okay, so here is this. Then it talks about the earnest money deposit, how much they're going to give you. Generally, it's about $1,000. They set up an escrow account for you. Here's the seller disclosure statement where they start talking about, you have to go through your house and say what works and what doesn't work to the best of your knowledge and your ability. Here we go. Here's this lead based paint disclosure. I did remember. Thank you, real estate license from 1978. And then here's the authorization to pay off your mortgage. Okay, that paperwork is there. And then the seller's settlement statement will talk about how much you are going to get at closing after all the expenses are paid for. Okay, so they're going to take the prorated taxes. And then here are some of the charges that you are going to pay, right? So here is escrow for utilities until it closes, um, and then the title policy and all these fees, right? And then the payoff of the mortgage. So this is how much the house sold for. This is all the things that the this in this particular example the seller had to pay. And then this is how much money they walked away with. So they didn't have that much equity in their house. So in this instance, they only walked away with $9,970.46, right? But this package, which I will also put in the comments, is really good. Here's the buyer settlement statement. So it shows, what the money that they had to bring to the closing in order to get the house sold. Okay, so the title company really does all the heavy lifting in selling a house, and regardless of whether you use the agent or not, you're going to have to pay for a title company. They're going to do the title research, provide the title insurance. They work with the lender of the buyer, and they establish the closing. They really are the conduit to which selling the house. So you can do it without an agent. It would be very difficult to do it without a title company. I don't believe it's impossible, but it would be very difficult to do it without a title company. So that's where you should spend your money. So this is just a really short video talking to you about how you can sell your house and keep that commission in your pocket. It does take a little bit of research, but it is not impossible to handle. So this is Devaney Wilmot signing off from this episode of Legally Direct, Legally Reverend Hair, and our series, sorry, questions lay people ask. Can I sell my own house? Yes, you can. Bye. See you next time.